Well, what are the facts about vaccines and why is it so important keeping those vaccines updated? Here is the nurse from the Vanderbilt County Health Department, Megan Modino. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, this is an important topic, especially this time of year, kids going back to school. But let's talk about the grown-up folks, too.
Sure.
You know, if we got vaccinated for polio as a child, measles, mumps, and all those things, do we need to update those vaccines?
So for the most part, that would just be if you're going to travel internationally, and depending on where you're going, you would want to get boosters of those, or at least, know that you have immunity to those, because unfortunately they are out there, they're back, and they're
problematic, yes. But it's when you travel. What are things we do need to update as adults?
So Tdap is good for 10 years. So if you haven't had a Tdap in the last 10 years, that would be a good one to get, especially if you're taking care of babies and or you work like in dirt and soil and stuff like that.
And what is the Tdap? Remind us.
That is tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. Okay. So the tetanus is, like when you step on a nail and you need to get your tetanus shot, and then pertussis is the whooping cough that we just don't want the babies to get.
Well, we hear a lot, and of course, as you get to be my age, the doctors really talk to you about pneumonia vaccines. Talk to us about that. Who needs them, and when should we get them?
So you can get the pneumonia vaccine at any point in time during the year. It is for those 65 and older and those who meet certain risk factors, like if you're a smoker, things like that. That's a good one to talk to your doctor about, but that's also one that you can get at pharmacies, at your doctor's office. And then if you are an uninsured adult, that is something you can either receive at the health department or on our mobile unit. And you can visit our health department Facebook page to find out where the bus is going to be, when and where, if that is something that you're interested in receiving as an uninsured adult.
And is the bus out, the mobile unit out a lot, all the time?
Yes.
And so there's just a schedule where it's going to appear in that neighborhood?
Yes.
Well, let's talk about the ones that become, I guess, the most talked about this time of year, which would be COVID, flu, and RSV.
Yes.
Where are we with those vaccines? Are they available?
So yes and no. Flu, I know, is available at pharmacies right now or doctor's offices. RSV and COVID are kind of coming down the pipeline in the next couple of weeks. And then for RSV, again, that's going to be age-based and risk-based. So pharmacies, your doctor's office is a great place to receive that. And then if you're an older individual, high-dose flu. If you're not an older individual, regular flu. And then COVID vaccine as well, to make sure that you're not getting sick this winter.
What is the difference in the flu vaccines for the older people?
The high-dose flu is just a higher dose of the vaccine for older individuals to kind of counteract the fact that immune systems kind of start to not be as effective as we get older.
Well, if we need to come to the health department, do we need to make an appointment?
Yes, please.
Okay. Kids too?
Kids too, and we see kids with Medicaid and no insurance. We see adults with adult Medicaid, no insurance, and most private insurances. Unfortunately, we can't help our folks out who have Medicare and Medicare Part D. Those individuals would need to go to a pharmacy or their doctor's office.
Okay, to get those vaccines. For people who maybe would like to learn more or educate themselves about these vaccines, do you have a website you can drive them to?
The CDC is an excellent website. It has a plethora of information on every vaccine and the different diseases that they prevent.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
May we all stay well this season,
yes,
Megan.
Please.
Thank you. We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this.